Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am not happy today at all because I'm not going to get much camera time. Have to hold the umbrella, so I can't hold the umbrella, hold the gimbal, and also do the switch on the camera. So I said, well, what I'll do this morning, I'll give you all the absolute best scenery to start off the morning. And hopefully when we get to the end, I can end it the same way with the absolute best scenery that there is available. Good morning to each and every one of you all. Before I go any further, let me get this out of the way. I'm gonna get no pity whatsoever, especially for the secret police, but let me get this out of the way. I tired then. Queue in the community was amazing, and then I went over to Worthing Food Court as well. Listen to my St. Pat jamming off a little bit of his pan and thing. Gone a little bit late last night, so if you all see me, or actually you won't be seeing me this morning, but if you hear me yawning or you hear me stalling, and if you see the camera stationary for too long, send someone out here to wake me up, please. So, good morning to each and every one of you all. Okay, this is beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Well, the predictions of a sunny day may happen later on, but right now we've got quite a few clouds around. It's been a lot of heavy showers in the Gap this morning. I know a lot of you all know exactly where we are. I saw the Gap already. They got enough party animals inside here at the moment watching this. So, good morning to each and every one of you all. Alright, before we go any further, we're just going to say our serenity prayer, and then we will take our tour of the Gap, a certain area in the Gap. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Alright, so we got to start off here. As I said before, you're not going to see the most beautiful scenery at this moment, but we'll show you some other stuff. I know there are a lot of people on here this morning that right now our hearts are beating like crazy. Can be here in a few months' time. Welcome to Yellowbird Hotel. I know for sure that Sandra will be on here this morning, and she's going to be panting because she's back here in a couple of months' time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little hotel. I remember this is actually built, to be honest with you. I used to work at Marine Dive Tours, which is located just over in a section I'll show you in a minute. Any of you that have been on this Gap for a long time will remember Marine Dive Tours and Derek Degar. He's passed, but you'll remember of him for sure. Alright, in front of us is Cafe Sol. This was not their original location. The original location we'll show you in a few moments' time. However, the structure was burnt many years ago. Not a few years. I guess you would categorize that as many years ago. And then they relocated to the head of the Gap. So rather than start you down in the middle of the Gap, I'm going to start you off at the beginning of the Gap, so we can walk right through in this section where we'll be covering this morning. As I said, it's going to be a little bit on the jittery and movery side because we are working with umbrella this morning, or our Skywater force field. So we will be in and out quite a bit. Remember, this Gap was a two-way street. Anybody remember those days? Remember how hectic in here used to be? It's a lot of fun to watch people in this area because there was chaos, absolute chaos. Alright, so this is Highway 7. This is the area we're going into St. Lawrence Gap. We're in the lower entrance, which would be the western entrance going into St. Lawrence Gap. As you can see, lots of action going on around here. Castaways. Remember here quite well as well for a long time. Can't remember what the name was originally for here, but it is now known as Castaways. And as I said before, we have the Cafe Sol just located over in this area. Beautiful area to come and watch people as well, because everything comes into the Gap through this entrance. It has been beautified in here. I'll step away a little bit, show you what it's like. Welcome to St. Lawrence Gap. As you know, it's now a one-way road, but as I said before, this used to be a dual road, a two-way road, and then they did a lot of development in the area, laid a lot of pavements and stuff. There was originally no pavement in the area at all, or very, very small pavement sections. When you were coming up through here and had traffic, you had to duck into a little entrance to a place or something to get out of the way because it used to come from both directions originally. Alright, you'll see we are suffering quite a bit with sargassum here. Remember, we talked about this here earlier in this week when we were down at Sugar Bay. We talked about how some of the coves along the south coast, little sheltered bays like this here, will hold the sargassum for a while, and then this will move. But don't worry, this is going to be gone fairly soon. We're coming to the end or the close of play for sargassum, hopefully. So we should see back the pristine conditions that we would normally see here. Normally you don't see anything here but beautiful white sands, or no sand at all, because this area doesn't always have a beach. It all depends on the time of year and what kind of tides we're experiencing, etc. All right, another view of the Yellowbird for those that are on here. They got rooms in the top floor. you would know what this is like to wake up here on a morning. I'm sure many of you will be doing so very, very soon. Gap has changed so much. I've been here for the time I was a little fella. Jeez, I said about everywhere on this island. Yes, I've been everywhere on this island since I was a little fella. And this is just one of the areas I used to frequent a lot, especially from my, I would say, mid-teens through to early 20s. I did a lot of St. Lawrence Gap time. I mean, I did outside that too, but I used to live on Dover Beach around that time, so I used to be here all the time. I used to also work here as well. Where you're seeing these 3 coconut trees, this is where there was a dive shop called Marine Dive Tours, and you remember that, hopefully. Those days were amazing. I used to work there with Derek and Elvis and a few other guys. And then Stud Cute, who's also passed, had a little seawater aquarium here. He used to capture tropical reef fish and export them out to the island. And he had his aquariums and stuff here. It used to be absolutely beautiful. Then you would also know that here was a restaurant and bar that has been dismantled. We've seen it sort of like halfway down, but it's completely cleared now. Not too sure what the future plans are for here, so don't want to speculate on that. However, that is definitely in the pipeline for something coming up, because see, the bottom is looking great, all cleaned up and beautiful. St. Lawrence Lagoon, what can I say? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Don't mind the darker water today and stuff. We already know about that there. You have to put Sargassum on the south coast for any of the other coastlines in Barbados to be even considered as being good beaches. So you'll understand, if we don't have Sargassum through summer, no one will go anywhere else in the island but south coast. So yeah, just want to mention that early o'clock. I know for sure there can be bear licks there. Alright, so this used to be Pisces Restaurant. This was the most popular seafood restaurant on the island at one time. It's been through many, many name changes. This was owned by Dr. Donawa, who was a veterinarian here in the island. He owned this section. He also owned the Witch Doctor, which was on the other side. One used to cater to seafood mainly, and the other one catered to Barbadian style food, buffet style originally. So that's stepping us back in a little time. I remember every morning when I used to work here, walking up and down here, because people used to tend to throw coins over here and stuff, and we would do our collections. Yeah, we used to always do broth fish and stuff over here. So all that was necessary for real Bajan broth were some tomatoes, some salt, and some onions, and we would go from there for sure. You didn't have to wash off in lime or anything like that. You used to rinse the fish in the water here and then boil them down. Our chef master, Elvis, in those days used to do some awesome stuff. Had something called 3-minute broth. Boil the water, pelt the fish in for 3 minutes, and that was it, eyes and all. So, yeah, he was a master chef for sure. Alright, so over here, lots of entertainment goes on here. I know our brother Kurt Fields plays over here as well. He's been telling me, come Nick, come, but I haven't made it yet. This is Dive. They have lots of entertainment here, restaurant, bar, actual lots of facilities, and this section here opens up for their car park. This is a part of their actual car park as well. Beautiful down here. Alright, originally the original cafe stall was on the corner here. That has changed now. We're going to go up to that in a second for you. Primo, this was closing down, and a few of you will probably remember that this was actually going to shut down, and some people took it over and saved the staff and saved the actual facility. It's really, really beautiful. A lot of work's gone on here over the years as well. When it was Pisces, it was a 1-story building. It has 2 floors now on it as well in the front section. You'll all be hearing some pitter patters this morning of my feet and also of the Skywater force field taking some licks. But it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Now I remember partying here almost every Thursday night at one stage. Again, why I say Thursdays, you have Carnival Cruise Line. Used to come until about 11 o'clock on a Thursday night. What's up, brother? And used to have all of the action here. Some of the best margaritas I've ever had in my life were in this section here. As I said, it was Cafe Sol. Now when this gap first turned into one way, this gap you see real busy. Huh? I mean extremely busy. I don't know how many of you have been here like 20, 30 years ago, but if you had been here at that time, you'd have known this was like a party central. It went through a real down time where a lot of the restaurants and bars are closed, things have slowed right down. However, lots of investment by the businesses in the area have taken over, especially this one here that we're looking at right now. Just let me let this traffic pass. This is a cocktail kitchen. They have upper deck for eating and lower deck. But what is the real, yes sir, the real input into this gap has been the guys who own Harbour Lights and Boatyard. They have bought up quite a few businesses in here, put a lot of investment. There are other people as well, but I'm not just singling them out. It just is a they have put some major investments in St. Lawrence Gap. We'll be showing you that as we're walking through this morning. Church has been here all along. I have been here so many times. To like Old Year's night, just prior to Old Year's night, the Gap used to have one ticket, enter all system at one time for Old Year's night, where you would pay one fee, put on a wristband, you could go into any of the facilities in the Gap itself and buy your drinks and stuff. I remember coming here for Old Year's night and having to shut down the music because of the New Year's Mass that was going on, the midnight service that was going on. But great days, lots of memories here for me. Now the Edgels, just remember to talk a little bit about them. They originally owned this hotel, which is coming up on our right. This was known as the St. Lawrence West. They had the St. Lawrence East above, which is in St. Ives. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then they purchased Casuarina Resort and worked on that, the original people who purchased it. Beautiful, beautiful areas. Now many of you will know the history of this Gap. It goes way, way back, long time back. Originally this was known as the backyard. It then went through some changes as well. It's now known as the Crave, and this is a real party spot. You all will remember this here quite well. This is a real, I want to call this a real cultural party spot in the Gap. I haven't been here for a long time, so I'm not too sure what it's like now, but I do know that down in the back section by the Cove is really incredible. I do remember that very well. This turned into condos, but I do remember when this was one of the main hotels in St. Lawrence Gap. As I said before, it was called the St. Lawrence West. I remember coming here for the Friday night rum punch parties. Any of you who remember that, or remember the roof deck that used to be on here? That used to be amazing again. Lots of history for me in this Gap for sure. Spent many nights and years in this Gap. Alright, going on, we saw something called McBride's. It has changed names now. I'll tell you a little bit more about that as well too, but I saw this sign this morning and I thought this was absolutely great. I think that a few people will get a good laugh over this, so we're gonna run this sign down for you. So here we go. I love it. Naked truth about our waitresses, they only flirt with you to get a better tip. I love that sign. All right, we're having a lot of problems with rain here. Rain is pretty intense, but we're still going to continue. It's not a problem. All right, originally this was known as McBride's. Used to have a lot of live entertainment here. It's now known as McNaughty's. I don't know if any of you remember Moped Ray, X-Ray, Ray Bailey. He was a DJ in here for many years. Also on the local radios and stuff as well. Ray was a very personal friend of mine. Great guy. He also has passed. So a lot of history here that I'm going through today are of people that are no longer with us, but there's still history and memories for me. Fond, beautiful memories. This is actually split into two now. This used to be a much one. When it was McBride's originally, it was just one large complex. It's now McNaughty's, and there are other sections here as well. It is quite nice, quite interesting. Shenanigans is also here as well. So it has split into two different properties. It was all one in one time, but it seems to be like two different businesses now. All right, I'm struggling here with the angles on the gimbal, so bear with me as we work our way through here. Great place. Joseph's Restaurant, you see located just over here on your right hand side. That you see one of the posh restaurants in this area as well. We had the After Dark that was here originally. Now the After Dark was massive, about 3 times bigger than what it is now, or what this building is now. This is now known as Taboo, but this you see known as the After Dark. This was a massive place when it first started out. They had all types of theme fests and parties here. It used to be absolutely amazing. Still lots of partying going on in Taboo, and I know a lot of you that are on here saying, Nicholas, we talking about, man, we party here all the time. Yes, I know you party here all the time. Hal's Car Park Bar, when After Dark closed down, Hal then took over this section here. Well, I should say when After Dark started like diversified a little bit. So he was here before they actually shifted. But this is Hal's Car Park Bar. I don't know how many of you have come here, but I've been here numerous times. This is where you end the night in St. Lawrence Gap. This was all his original property here where he used to party. The original house for After Dark used to run across the back section or right down. So I would say the actual property itself, the housing property, was about twice as big. And then when they closed on the main after dark section, Hal took over the whole car park section here, or halfway back. However, over years that has also been tailored off. Now, one of the most popular places in St. Lawrence Gap ever was called the Ship Inn. I don't know how many of you will go back to the original Ship Inn when this was a small little complex here. You see, have rammed with people. I mean, this was the action spot on the south, and on the west they also own the coach house, owned by the same Palmers and stuff. They used to have 2 English style pubs. They were English, and they did have 2 English style pubs. So they were amazing in those days. It did a big change here, and then all of a sudden it just lost its popularity. I think it lost the atmosphere, for me anyhow. In the back you see Captain's Calvary. I don't know how many of you all have eaten there in the back originally. That used to be amazing foods as well. I know a lot of our families on here, and I know my oldest sister Tess. She was actually managed behind there as well. Now, remember the days of when I had a slingshot here? When slingshots first came in, they actually had one of those slingshot machines here. Used to come out here, put on a slingshot, fly into the air. It didn't last too long. I don't know what happened. I really didn't see it and play much for very long. It sort of like just diminished after a little while, the attraction and stuff. I guess it could have been the safety element and the insurance as well, which would have been extremely costly, I'm sure. St. Ives Hotel used to be known as the St. Lawrence East Wing. So they own the west and then the east wing as well. Ross Trevor Hotel, being Ross Trevor from the time I remember this. My partner Elvis, he used to actually work here, and he had a little apartment in the back section here, so I know this place extremely well. It's gone through a lot of refurbishments. They still have on one of the original style wings. I'll show you that in a minute. However, they have done a lot of redesigning and rebuilding of this here. It's quite beautiful. Harlequin restaurant just in front of us as well. Now, for those of you that are on the island, just to show you, this is where our DJ Eddie will be performing tomorrow night. This is what we've all been talking about for a little while, Festiva Latina. So you will know you could come here tomorrow night. It's going to start up from approximately 8 p.m. until, notice, until, no other time on there. The Gap has late extended hours of partying and stuff, so I'm sure that will go on for a long, long time. So anyone that's in the island, you want to do some Latin style dancing and stuff, you know, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here for sure, but I don't know if I'll be able to dance with too many people because I'll be in a high demand. So I will probably just dance with a couple. Woo, torrential rains. Yep. This is beautiful, beautiful island weather this morning. Don't mind the rain. That doesn't really bother me at all. We're going to still show you the beauty of Barbados as we go. Hopefully you won't see too much umbrella, but we are holding it a little bit low because the winds are strong. Lots of rain is coming under here as well. Alright, this morning I got in contact with our boss lady, the crazy driver, and I told her I'm taking home today, so get ready for some palpitations. You know, I know her heart was fluttering and beating like 20 times above the regular rate, because this is her home when she's in Barbados. This is her home, period. I can't say when she's in Barbados. This is where her heart is all the time. So your home is where your heart is. Alright, so this is all a new refurbished section. This hotel jumped straight in when we had the COVID situation in Barbados, when we brought in all of the Cuban nurses and doctors to help us with the surge that we were expecting. This is where took them in and accommodated them at the time. They have now relocated. I know some of them are in the Rockley Resort area, but not as many of them are here at the moment either. So today I have on my beach shoes, which I'm happy about because as fast as the water comes in the top, it runs out the bottom, which is absolutely ideal. Really nice. They've really done a nice touch to this hotel. I know that a lot of people like the older wing and stuff, but this is really a nice enhancement here for sure. It has gone up a few stories, as you will see as well. Similar to many places in this gap. Now here it says Mini Mart, but there's a good style bar too. You want to come and have something, eat or drink or whatever, you can come and do that as well here. The whole gap is starting to reawaken again. I would have to say it is revitalized for sure. A lot of investment, as I said before, has gone into the gap by private individuals and stuff, trying to bring it back to life again, because this was the place, and then it just sort of like went right down. Alright, so boss lady driver, I gotta stop here and look at your door. Let me get into the right angle so you can see it. Trisha, get out the coffee, you're coming now. Alright, we'll call that a little bit in advance. We're just making sure that she knows I'm coming for some coffee for sure. And notice I call her Trisha because I only call her boss lady driver when she's on here. I sometimes call her boss lady when she's here in Barbados too, but not too often. I like to call her Trisha, or just you know, she's a real serious troublesome person. All right, so this is the investment, first investment by the boatyard itself. Well, actually, I think they do have some investments further on as well, like Tab would believe, but I'm not too sure. But this is definitely run by them. This is a really nice place, Sharkies. This offers some lovely people watching, as you can see. You know, it's a nice location, great music all the time, lots of tropical drinks. You can watch some sports as well here. I don't know what their sports coverage is like, so I wouldn't say it's a sports bar, but you can always check out with them and see what they're offering. This is what you gotta call one rainy day. So the gap, as I said, is coming back alive again. Lots and lots of activities going on, Mr. Cove. We did a vlog the other day from here in front, where we started on the beach and then we worked our way up to Dover. So you would have seen this on the beach side as well. Anything you want. This is sort of like something like a whole town, but even more packed with different activities and restaurants and bars. This place is really packed from the beginning to the end of all types of amenities and stuff. So you could come into this gap and enjoy yourself here for sure. This is just one of the convenience stores here. Mimosas, I will tell you, this is probably one of the most highly talked about restaurants in the gap at the moment. They offer a breakfast. I know I have some of my family on here, or our family on here, that say that this is some of the best breakfasts they've ever had in their life, one of the best omelets they've ever had in their life. I've also known a lot of people that have come here. I have not dined here since this was Mimosas, so I can't really tell you too much about it. I can only tell you it comes with raving reports. Gap is so nice and quiet at this time of day, no cars around, everything is just nice and calm, really peaceful. I remember when it's a two-way gap, you start to pull in behind those trees to let cars pass and stuff. Very, very different now. So welcome to the rivers of St. Lawrence Gap. We got to call this one of the rivers today. So St. Lawrence Gap River, beautiful. All right, and this is a sport that's become increasingly popular here. I know that our promotional Can's daughter, the teen, she comes here quite often. I was thinking of coming here as well to do some archery, but to be honest with you, the property is too short. I'll probably shoot someone all the way up in the area around Wildy or something, you know, so this is not a good place for me because I'm just that strong and just that talented at crossbowing and archery. So anyhow, this is where you can come and you can do it yourself if you want. Come and park here, enjoy a little bit of this. Maybe on some day that you're having, you know, that you just want something to do differently, come and enjoy some archery. Yeah, I can't help it if I'm that strong. I can't control the strength, so I know that if I pick up a bow, crossbow, or just a bow, that there's going to be a lot of problems. So people way inland, like 3-4 miles inland, will be in trouble. Now, all along here, you will normally find vendors all in this section. All here, you will find any types of handicraft, any types of souvenirs you may want. We have a lot more we're going into as well, but this is one section where it already starts up on the street for sure. All of these, are you going, brother? All these buildings around here actually have souvenir shops that spill over onto the pavement with umbrellas and stuff. So it's really quite interesting. We thought this piece of land for eons. When we walked in front of this here, we talked about how this had been up for sale for many years. Still is up for sale. They had a sold sign on it a while back. That keeps happening once in a while and then it goes again. Just a beautiful morning here on this island. Oh my goodness, water is coming through the umbrella a little bit now, but that's not a problem. Just little splatters and things. Hopefully it won't be any problem for our equipment. So if you have a couple of old matches at home, do you stuff that old money in, you can maybe put your hand in it this morning, pull out some bills and come and buy this property here and invest in Barbados, because this is a beautiful property. There is no beach, not really no beach. There is no beach in front. There's a small one in front of Mimosas, but that's not really something you can rely on year round. So if you're coming here to purchase here, you won't have a beach at your convenience, but it goes right onto the water's edge itself. Quite beautiful. Now, when DB Southwinds first came to Barbados, they had a big time sharing program. It was massive in the island. They had one of their branches here, and they also had one down on the west coast as well, the whole town area. But what they started in the island was the time sharing. I remember when they first came here and they were offering time sharing. All where we're walking right now, people would have been standing, waiting line up to get into time sharing. And it's not only because of wanting to buy a property, it's because you were guaranteed food and drink after the 1.5 hour video presentation. So if you're Bajan, you may want to come here and just have breakfast, you know, but you have to spend a little extra time, though. That's the only problem. All right, this used to be the DV Southwinds beachfront property. It was a lot bigger before. We've seen this from actual down in the beach section. We've talked about it as well, how they've renovated it and stuff over the years. And then we have the inner facility. That really hasn't changed much. It's just been beautified and enhanced and kept clean and tidy all the time. It's absolutely a beautiful, beautiful property. Really beautiful. Now, you see, I remember all these areas when these were little shadow homes. When this was, you know, just small shadow home complexes that you used to go back right out to the main road. On the other side, you would have found Plantation Restaurant. You would also found the Stables Bar. You would have found the Caribbean Pepper Pot. You would have found Jenny Beckles, the International Gym at one time. You know, all those things would be on the other side road. All that has changed now. Well, meteorological men, I just want to let you know that your forecast this morning is, I would say, completely wrong. I knew it was going to rain, though. I saw your satellite imagery this morning, but I wasn't too sure. I didn't think it would be this heavy. It's quite nice this morning, though. What a beautiful morning. It's cool. It's comfortable. Really, really nice. So here's where you'll find the Why Not sailing cruises. Any of you that have been on Why Not with Ron Williams, or Wasn't Me, his other boat as well. This is where one of his booking offices are. You'll also find numerous guys along here that will be selling all types of handicraft and souvenirs. This gap just comes alive. What I'm going to do one of these days is, well, I was actually recommended by my angel to do it, but one of these days when it starts to get busy, I'm going to walk through this gap and give you all the broadcast from the gap, probably in 4K or something, or even live, but when it's actually swinging, so we can see what the gap looks like and how it transforms. You see all, as I said before, the DV Beach Club. It is now Pure Ocean Restaurant and Bar, so you can actually come and eat here and stuff. It is, although it's still run by the hotel, you can come here and eat and enjoy this facility as well. Got some rain coming through now and some water for sure. Alright, let's keep a look around. You got to keep keeping behind me because I'm right now, no, I don't want to have to swim, so I have to step over the rivers and stuff that are going on through here. One of the favorite hotels in this gap, Southern Palms. This is where it starts. And you also have a Best of Barbados gift shop in here as well. So if you don't see the souvenirs that you may want in the front section, or if you want something different, Best of Barbados gift shop's right here. So don't need to go into town or anything like that. You can get your stuff here as well. But as I said, most of the guys that are out here on the pavement will have almost everything that you could possibly want, but these might have a bigger range. Alright, so we're dealing with some traffic. You just let them come through comfortably. As you can see, this is what the EMC does. If we have a scheduled video day, unless there's something really unusual happening, we're going to be out here, rain or shine. We bring you Barbados as it is. Our belief is that you should experience Barbados. Wake up in Barbados every day. We're doing live broadcasts and see it exactly as it is, not as though we may want it to be, or on the good days. Well, they're all good days, but on the sunny days, I should say. So you can see Barbados every time that you turn on your monitor or your phone and you want to come and walk with us and stroll with us in Barbados. This is what you can do, rain or shine. I know many of you have been here for rainy days in Barbados, and you would know very well that rainy days bring a different kind of magic, a different kind of beauty, a different kind of magic, a different kind of peace. Just behind here they have some outdoor exercise equipment. They also have a little small mini golf course as well. You can see all of the aerobics equipment there. Let's go and do a nosy, because I know Mr. Conductor, you must see on all like now and say, man, Nicholas, what are you doing at all? They can't see nobody's property. Let's change that now for you. Alright, let's see if we can get up on a little higher section. Alright, so you can see all the exercises and stuff here. As I said before, they also have a miniature golf course behind here as well. So if you're interested, come out, have a little fun as well out here if you would like. I always used to play the miniature golf extremely well. The only problem is after I got to like hole number 4, I had already been to the bar so many times that I didn't find number 5 or 6 or beyond. But not that I wasn't a crafted player, it's just that I used to make a mess of myself on the courts. And everybody used to get frightened for me because I played the first 4 holes and then walk away. This guy here is always out. No matter what the weather conditions are like, you come through the gap, he's out from Daybreak. So we're just going to give a quick scan of his table. Doesn't want to go on film because I talked with him this morning coming through. But I'd like to scan and show you his souvenirs that you can get here. As I said before, if you want any souvenirs, Richard, good morning to you. So if you want any kind of souvenirs or anything like that there, you can check out Richard. He is just right here opposite Southern Palms main entrance. He doesn't have everything out on display. As you can appreciate, the weather is going to limit some of his display, but you can see this guy is ready to roll for an early o'clock. When I came down here prior to 6 o'clock, he was setting up for the day. So rain or shine, business goes on. Thanks, brother. All right, so many of you that have been to Southern Palms over the last 2 years and have not been here from way back, I'm going to give you a little surprise now. Before I do that, let's let you know that lots of changes here. Jade Garden is still here. They used to have a Silver Fox here. They're relocated. They're all over the island as well. You can see the boatyard has a tremendous amount of advertising and stuff here. So I'm not too sure what their connections are with this going forward. But once again, the boatyard are putting all types of finances into the gap. All right, we're going to walk through the actual... Wow, I am actually ankle deep in water now. Gee, could they go on the race shoes and not my hikers? If I had all my hikers, I'd be fretting all like no. Alright, so we have never walked on the inside of Southern Palms here. Not that we have not been permitted to do so, we just have never done it. I'm just going to take you up and let you have a look and see what Southern Palms reception area looks like and what this beach looks like from here. Caution wet floor, I'll be cautious. We're not going to go right into the facility, but I just want to show you, Mr. Conductor wants nosies, so we're going to give you a little nosy here quickly. And if we get run out, well, we'll be out in a flash, it's not a problem. So this is where I call my favorite break in the world, which is Dover Beach. Bonnie Dundee, it's better known as. There's a little swell coming through, so any of you all guys who got boards, you would know there's somewhere on the south coast today that has a little swell going on. But Southern Palms, so if any of you stay here, whether you've stayed here many years ago or not, it is very, very similar. Has a very similar layout here from the reception area looking out. Beautiful, beautiful property. Morning. Alright, so we got through there on scale. No defense force or military exercises going on right now, so I think we're safe. Alright, now I did say just now that we was going to surprise some of you. Many of you may not know about this, but some of you definitely would. This entrance here used to go in to, this used to go into Unicorn 1 discotheque. This was one of the hottest discotheques on the island when this was functioning, Unicorn 1. So any of you that remember that, will remember the days in this area here, an amazing nightclub. Yes, I know a lot about nightclubs from very long ago. I was on the scene from very early, so I'm aware of them. This used to also be at one time a pizza house and it turned into a steak house. It is now known as the St. Lawrence. They cater to all types of food. I know they're open on for breakfast and stuff because I already smelled the cooking going on, smelled the coffee and things beginning to warm up. But I just want to give you a quick look here at what their menu looks something like. You can always freeze frame this later on. Alright, so if you want anything to eat and you're in the gap there, as you can see, there are restaurants on top of restaurants, bars on top of bars, nightclubs on top of nightclubs. It is definitely the action spot, I would say, on the island, not only of the south coast, but on the island. There's no question that St. Lawrence Gap is the busiest of them all, for sure. Oyston's on a Friday night, extremely busy, but that's one location. Here it goes right through the entire gap when we're in high season. Now you would remember this as the Chattel Village. This used to offer all types of souvenirs. There was activities center here in the front. They used to have all types of all different kind of party flavors and stuff down here. They still do have quite a few. We're going to take a little stroll through I haven't been through here for a little while now, so I'll take a little walk through here. Don't mind him partially swimming. Cuban cigars if you want that as well. I'm looking at these here and calling them to you all because I don't come in here often, so I can only read what I'm seeing. This is not one of the spots that I would stop, and that's only because I'm not staying here. If I stayed in the gap, I'd probably come in here and stop and get some stuff as well. Craft shops are still here. You can obviously see souvenirs. You can get your Cuban cigars there if you want to let go on one of them. So we're not going to do the whole gap today. So if any of y'all were thinking, oh, I'm going to be up with sandals soon. No, we're not doing the whole gap today. We're going to shut off at Dover Beach itself. I just want to bring you on the first section of the gap. I like to divide this in two. And then we can come back and give you another one on the upper section, or the eastern section of another day. I remember all these hotels here, Bresme hotels, no Infinity on the beach. Lots of action used to go on here. I remember this extremely well. This is one of the original hotels in this area as well, on this side especially. The other side has changed completely. Yeah, Governor, you gotta go deep today, man, like swimming. Yeah, the water is extremely deep. Well, not extremely deep. It's relatively deep. I know for sure if blood was on, he would have to put on his armbands for sure and blow them up today. He wouldn't have walked through here bravely like me, but then again, you know, he's not the Bajan warrior. I'm the Bajan warrior, so here we go. He's not the Bajan warrior, he is a Bajan warrior. Alright, up here is where you'll find silver fox now. We talked about them a little further down before. They've relocated up here. There are numerous one-arm bandit facilities in Barbados, all over the place. They've got one called Las Vegas that has a few outlets. Silver Fox has quite a few outlets as well. I remember Susie Young restaurant you see here as well, one of the better Chinese food restaurants on the island. That was many years ago. Infinity on the beach. I know a lot of you come here now. Good morning, beach boy. Or good morning, beach girl. You'll be back here real soon, so get ready for that. Great, beautiful island. Alright, Dover playing field. So this is our midway point in all of our tours. This is where we sort of like stop the St. Lawrence Gap. We've done the western end this morning. I'm going to go over here so you can get rid of this umbrella and talk to you all for a little bit though, so I can actually give you all some of the best view on the island. I'm getting ready for that right now. Alright, so let me walk you back in some time here now. I mean, talking about real time now. This is where they started the Conga Line festivals, where they originated, Spice and Company. That was a cheap style. When I say cheap because you didn't have to buy $1,000 costumes or $800 costumes. It was a t-shirt, Kaduma or t-shirt festival. You used to start here and go down to Garrison Savannah. Remember that quite well. We've also seen lots of big football matches here with some visiting English teams and stuff, and also cricket. We've also seen Q in the community here numerous times. This playing field is active. Always got something going on. On the other side of the road, we're now going to carry you right back. When I was started to come into St. Lawrence Gap, there were no structures here at all. I mean, zero structures here. It was a marl car park. You used to have a U in and out. You used to drive in the same way through here or the above side, and you used to U-turn and come back out. And there was nothing in here but a marly car park. All you used to have were a couple of thatch umbrellas closer to the beach side, and that's where the activity was. However, with the expansion of St. Lawrence Gap area, this was built and constructed, which I think is great. Great kiosks have utilized an area that wasn't being utilized right in the heart of the gap, which is really important as well. Again, you can find everything you want here: bars, restaurants, souvenirs, washrooms, Wi-Fi facilities, lifeguard hut, changing rooms, anything that you want, you can find here. This is probably one of the one-stop shops, one of the best one-stop shops when it comes to this type of activity in the island, beach activities like this here. We've seen many big shows here. We've seen some crop over Kaduma parties here. This has been very highly used with cultural events and stuff in Barbados. How are you going, brother? You good, man? Charles! Charles is water sports. Everybody knows Penny. Haven't seen him today though. I don't know if he's down yet or if just his guys are here. But absolutely lovely facilities out here. They're definitely doing a lot of work on this section. Recently I've found, like around the playing field area and stuff. They're really beautifying it. Some people like to play in water. Anyhow, yes, people, so you all know where this is. I don't have to sell this to you because you know Dover Beach. Probably one of the best beaches in, one of the best, not the best of course, one of the most beautiful beaches. I won't say it's the most beautiful, but it certainly will compete with the most beautiful on the island for sure. You're going to walk down a little bit on the sand and stuff, because I would like to take you in for a little bit, depending on what you see conditions look like. We might take a little bit for sure. We can see now infinity on the beach. We've talked about Southern Palms. You've seen this beach many times, so we're not going to do any walking on this beach today. I'm just going to carry you in front section and show you what the beach looks like. People have been asking on YouTube, especially, what's the sargassum situation in Barbados? I don't want to tell you, I want to show you. This is the situation at the moment. This beach is cleaned every day though. There are big crews that come here and move sargassum every day, just like most of the South Coast beaches as well. So what you're seeing now is, I would say it's in good condition right now. You will notice that a lot of it has been buried under the sand. The sand's starting to come back in. It is low tide at the moment, so conditions are absolutely beautiful at the moment. I said there's a lifeguard hut here. There are also the NCC facilities. And if any of you are on camera right now, good morning to you. Let me give you a big wave. Actually, I think I'm between the two cameras, so we go up a little further. And I know there's one malicious person on here, Mr. Conductor. Good morning to you, my brother. If you're on this morning, good morning to you. Camera time. All right, beautiful. Is this not gorgeous this morning? See conditions, absolutely amazing. Look great for the South Coast. A little bit of a chop, but looking really good. All right, let me see if I can put this bag under something. Don't mind, it's soaking wet already. Let me see if I can find somewhere to put it, and then we will continue with this journey. Sapphire on the beach. This is Sapphire itself here. It's a big, 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 big complex. Again, we're not be talking too much about this because that will be left for another day in this area as we go forward. Let me just push this bag over way a little bit. All right, here we go. Hold on. I don't remember, I got some greeting cards in my pocket. My care cards, which has been recommended. I think that's a great name. All different types of names are going in. A lot of recommendations. You know, we got some real smart people. Oh, don't smart. If you all think that saying your comments yesterday went undetected and unnoted, you're making sport. My in need of a strike list is very heavy. My brother Dimitri, I call him Dimitri again. Let's go Dwayne. You could call him whatever. I will call him anything you want. I'll butcher his name if I deserve. He told me on day before yesterday, man, how you give me a strike? All he did was come on here and tell you said something, but it was incorrect. And I had you on my to strike list for a long time. So, buddy, that is what happens. Now, talking about buddies, buddy, good morning to you. I know for sure that you're on here. I should hope you're on here because I'm in your turf. I'm actually going to take you into one of your favorite spots right now. So let's get rid of this umbrella a little bit. Yes, we're still working umbrella style, but I've been able to turn around the camera because what would it be that I bring you to a beautiful, beautiful Barbados without showing you the absolute most beautiful thing in Barbados? That's me, of course. Just in case anybody did not know what I was talking about, I'll just clarify it for you. But a little bit choppy this morning, a little bit rough on the rougher side, so we're not going to venture too far in. What I'll do is I'll turn on the camera now and we can say our farewells. But farewell from me to you, of course. Beautiful day. If you're on the island, this is going to clear up, don't worry. This is not an all-day rain. This is just a morning session, so may get some later on as well too, but it will clear up for sure. You can see it is absolutely perfect. Now, we haven't done any of our circles of love. We haven't done anything this morning at all like that, so let us do that right now and let's have a circle of love. Let me just make sure I have us grabbed that right so it doesn't take a little dive in the water. And here we go. It's going to be done in silence because I want you to take in the beauty, the peace and the serenity and feel the love. Here we go. So any of you that call this your home beach, this 180 is just for you. Let me get this all right. Make sure I have it absolutely right for you. This 180 is for all of you Dover Beach people. There we go. Have a great day, everyone. Love and greetings from Barbados. Remember, we don't stop sharing love and sharing kindness here on our vlogs. We carry this for the whole day and share it with whoever we come across. Let's make this world a better place. We have the opportunity to do that, so let us play our part in making this an amazing, amazing world. Have a great day. Love you all. See you all tomorrow morning for Docile Saturday. Have a great day. Be peaceful, be kind, be happy, be cheerful. Most of all, love yourself. If not, you can't love anyone else. See you all later.